Hey, it's Matt from Code Tech and Tutorials, adjusting my camera on the fly here, and alright, what I want to talk about here is actually sort of a difficult subject to address, but I feel like this needs to be addressed, so I'm going to come out with it. I'm calling this the Joshua Fluke phenomenon. Joshua Fluke is a YouTuber. I should make it clear that this is not to bash him in any sort of way. I have a lot of admiration for the guy. I watch pretty much every video he comes out with, and overall I think he has really good intentions and is a good guy. I like the guy. Personally, I really like the guy. But I just think there's one main thing that needs pointed out that might be hurting some people on their job hunt. He seems to talk a lot about job hunting, how to find the job you want, how to talk your pay, and I can't help but think or feel that maybe he's not very qualified to be giving these specific details. And the reason I say that is, well, it's complicated. I've watched a lot of his videos, and a lot of times he's right, a lot of times he's dead on, but there are some things, and I think it all kind of goes back to one main thing that he's kind of wrong on, and I think maybe the reason he's had some trouble with jobs, and I think if people absorb that part of what he's trying to teach, they might have the same problem. So I just kind of want to lay it out there, and maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I have the feeling that I'm right, because I'm sort of in the opposite boat where every job I've had, I mean, sure, I've had a few duds that weren't the greatest, but for the most part, I've had trouble it's almost too easy for me to get a job. And for some reason I'm a bit shameful of that. I don't know why. It doesn't really add up, but I guess it's just, I know that some people really struggle with it, and I just never have. Like, since as soon as I graduated high school pretty much, and even before that, I've just always had a really good experience with jobs. But my problem is, I already know that I'm working for someone else and I'm doing it. You know, there's always experience and stuff like that you get from a job. So it's never all bad. Even if it doesn't seem all that great, you're still getting some valuable experience. Man, this road's bumpy. Who makes a freaking main highway 70 miles per hour that's just like bumpy as off-road? Anyway, a little off topic there, but come on, a little bit of a pet peeve. So, okay, the thing that he does that I think is more harmful than good, I think he immediately kind of dismisses people as almost robots. There's maybe a better way to say this, but he seems to have very little respect for the people he's talking to. I notice when he does his live interviews, he's kind of rude to the person he's talking to, and of course they're going to decline him. Of course he's not going to be the best option. People want to hire people that they like working with, and that's just always true. You don't want to hire someone that makes you less excited to come into work. So when you find someone that's kind of bitter and a negative Nancy and is like, oh, what about in a year from now? They don't know. No one freaking knows what's going to happen in a year from now. No one can promise you anything in a year from now. So a lot of his talks, he seems to be upset about stuff like that. It's like, oh, what about in a year? Are you going to hire me? So no, you're just going to throw me to the wind after a year? No, they're not saying that. It's kind of the whole point of the contract is to see if you're a fit for the company, and if you are, yes, you'll get hired after a year, but if you're not, you won't. It's not that complicated of a thing, and it doesn't mean that they don't care about you. It's just they have their priorities, and their priorities are aligned with the company and with the other people at the company, and that's just assumed. That's not like an evil thing. It's a capitalist environment we live in here, and if you're just like shooting yourself in the foot all the time, you're not going to do well at your business. So yeah, you're gonna get rid of people you don't like. That's assumed, and you're not going to like people that are bitter and negative and always questioning things that are impossible to answer, that just come off wrong. Like, oh, so in a year from now you might just get rid of me and there's nothing I can do about it. Well, yeah, maybe it'll even be sooner. So I don't know, stop being so darn negative and be a little more pleasant to be around. Okay, And I think it goes back to another thing, which is, I think Joshua might be missing the point, or the thing. This is really hard to like come down on someone for, because I don't even know if it's true. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but I have the feeling that he doesn't see things from other people's perspectives very well. Because in the end, no one's all that different. We're all approximately the same. We are a lot more closely related than you think. So the feelings you're having, other people have them too. Nobody particularly likes the job that you don't like either, probably. It's, there might be a rare case here and there, but the point is, I'm trying to think how to word this without it sounding too off or whatever. The point is, you just have to see things from other perspectives, and everyone's a human in the long run. So those people that are deciding to fire you after a while or let you go, they're also human. They have approximately the same feelings as you. They're just in a different place in life, and chances are, if they're deciding to get rid of you, you're coming across at them in a way that they don't like. And maybe the feeling's mutual, because you don't seem to particularly like them either. So it's probably best you go your separate ways. And I want to say at this point that if any Joshua Fluke fans watch or are watching, I think what you're doing is probably the right thing, sir. Like, you're doing very well at your YouTube channel and your other endeavors, and it took a while to get there, and you build it up, and I think you deserve all the success you're getting now. But I think it's also just very important for other people that might not be able to replicate your success as easily, that are more inclined to stay at a job for a long period of time for the security and to take care of their family and that sort of thing, and the benefits, and to be more cordial with people. That's like super important. Like, you don't even have to be that good at the job if you're really good with people, because people will want to go to parties with you. And yes, all these corporate cringe events, you're kind of right, they sometimes are cringy, but also everyone there is just a person trying to enjoy their life too. So if you're not into that, that's fine. But if you are, just think that other people aren't that much different than you, and they're just trying to enjoy their lives too. So share some compliments, be cool, be down to earth. And even if you don't necessarily feel that way in the moment, save it for later when you can vent in the proper place. You don't want to express that to the public. It's just like, I don't know, it's kind of the same theory as making social media posts. Like, you don't want to make bitter, ragey social media posts. Even if you feel that way occasionally, you want to withhold those, and you want to have a little more tact. It's really important to have tact in the way you go about things, so that this driving, some rigid roads. Anyway, I'm getting a little distracted by the driving. So I've just noticed that a lot of people really, really lack tact in their speech, and it hurts them a lot. So, all right, I gotta get off here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves.